All right, testing. We good. Oh wait, I don't want to open this. Yeah, there we go. Move that here. There we go. Yeah, okay, we're all set now. How are we doing, everyone? Howdy, Xavier. Blood's beginning soon. No, Bray, no. We all good? Sound good? BGM volume. All right, I think I want to say my filters are fixed, but it's super hard to tell. Yeah, they're fixed. It's not picking up my flick here, right, Nick? Okay. I think it is fixed. It's just a bit weird. I don't know what was going on. Uh-oh. 1 second. Looks like the Elgato is having a seizure. One second, I was wondering what errors were coming up here, so. All right. For some reason it was frozen, so apologies there, guys. All right. All right, looks like it's working now. I don't know what that was all about. Sorry. Yeah, now it's looking fine. God, there's so much crap though. Oh, this is my other character. We want to go to the one that I've done New Game Plus for. Phew. Okay, cool. Yeah, Locurious is the one I think we go to now. Yeah, okay. Perfect. All right, now let us find... Yeah, we wanted to do this, right? Let's try to find a glyph. Why don't we? Oh, we have some options. We can. I think we should still try to go for the is stuff. Let me see. What was it? The flower? Yeah, fluorescent flower. All right, so R D W B 5 I B H. Damn, it doesn't exist. We might have to look for it blindly. What's another one? Let's look at just the is stuff in general, I think. That way I can at the very least... Yeah, there's a lot in terms of fighting items and stuff, but for me the most important thing would just be trying to find enemies. I guess in that case it doesn't really matter which one we go to, does it? It's all going to lead to the same place in the end, huh? All right. In that case, I guess we'll just plug in a random one. Yeah, I wish we had a better option in terms of finding enemies and stuff. Is gravestone. I'm gonna check to see if anything for just general enemies that I can find that I want to grab. Because outside of getting the fluorescent flowers on the ceilings and stuff, there's not really too much I'm crazy about looking to grab. Rats, blood liquors, rotted corpses. Maybe there's something here. Nah. And we could probably find those in a bunch of random dungeons. Gravekeeper Scorpion, Small Celestial Emissary, Labyrinth Celestial Child, Wandering Nightmare, Labyrinth Rat, Labyrinth Watcher, Labyrinth Cleaver, Brain Sucker, Blood Licker, Keeper of the Old Lords, Keeper's Hunting Dog. Oh, they don't have Garden of Eyes here. Let me check under Fluorescent Flower. Is there like other versions that they're offering here? No. It's just the one. Oh, I think we are going to have to blindly search through this stuff and hope we find it. It's going to suck. And this one is VGW 7X IAV. Damn. Yeah, I did that all right, so. I think we just have to make it ourselves, maybe. I don't think it matters if we conduct the extra stuff, right? Oh, we need to pay though. We need to pay blood echoes. Blood liquor, brain sucker. Yeah. This sucks. I guess we should just get it and then we move on. Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. In that case, that would be a good place to farm for probably a Hargul, right? Because they have all the big guys there. Well, it is what. I do hate that the codes expire, chat. I do hate that. I do find that very sucky, unfortunately. I prefer they didn't do that. We head all the way back. There we go. We head back. Beautiful. All right, I guess we're just gonna create our own and hope for the best. I don't know, there's like what, like 42 options or something? Like, guess we just hope. We don't need to. We don't need to worry about being online now. Man, that does suck though. Because it basically means if the codes expire, that if you're not constantly using them, I don't know. I feel like it'd be cooler if they just let you map it out, so like you can get like all of the chalice, the dungeons unlocked if someone's created a code for all of them, right? Plus, you can always make variations with the curse and stuff, right? So I don't know. Maybe what I'm asking is too impractical for the devs. Maybe it's just too expensive. All right, where are we going? Oh my. We're certainly off to a start. This is a start. Certainly a start. Mm-hmm. What the hell is that? Yeah, we're off to a start, all right. It's so funny to me. I've encountered these so often. I thought these were like super rare, like it'd be in 1 or 2 dungeons, but no, you find these things in a lot of root dungeons. They just completely left some of this stuff unfinished. Knowing that like 99% of players wasn't gonna ever see it. Cool. There we are. Alrighty. Where are we going here? I keep thinking this is like Elden Ring. No, L1 lets me switch, but that's it. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Hey, Nicolina, how you doing? Yeah, Bloodborne won the Twitter poll. Not using the new name. It's absolutely impressive to me. I truly would never have expected it. I seriously thought I was just gonna have to accept that I was gonna be a slave to Elden Ring if I asked people. But no, people, there is legitimately a you know, it's not like the overwhelming majority, but it's a fair, what was it? I think the final number was like 45, 46% of the entire poll sample. So a pretty fair plurality want Bloodborne, and it's like 10% more than Elden Ring. Though Elden Ring was closing in at the end there. So I have to give credit where credit is due. Odd Arcane. Credit where credit is due. There we go. Oh. You guys really came through and voted in Bloodborne, so I appreciate it. Okay, I can't go over there. I voted for BB too. I'm glad that you're getting what you wanted, Nicolino. It's gonna be enjoyable for me because now I get to poll which exactly you guys want for me to cover for a topic. Because like I said, it's gonna be in the last stream. It's gonna be Tumeru, Blood Saints, Loran, and that'll probably be the 3 options. I've thought about whether to put Beasts and Great Ones on there, but I still don't know if there's enough content there to justify them as both being separate. They might just be better off being wrapped into a Blood's Beginning thesis, so I'm going to like hold off on including them. I want us to focus on just getting the Loran. Okay, that's just weird lighting. The Loran, you know, Loran, Tumeru, Chalice Dungeon side, and or have a minor thing on Bloodsaints. Honestly, I'm not expecting Bloodsaints to win. I think I'm just going to throw that in there just in case, because it's a small thing, so I can do it quickly if people really want it. Wait. Oh. Oh, that's literally it. Okay. I forgot that this was the side route. Start using Quicksilver bullets more. Oh, cool. We got some blue elixirs. I should probably mention that in is. Let me note that down because I don't remember if we had that jotted down. Blue elixir on Bloathead. Blue elixir on Bloathead. Like in Forbidden Woods. So that way I can... I should include that detail considering we just confirmed it. I don't remember that being on the wiki for MEF, so I'll have to double check, but we just saw it ourselves on stream. Oh. There we go. Woo! Oh. Ritual blood. More ritual blood. Am I hearing Madman up there? I can't tell. I should have seen that coming. This is a first. Am I crazy, chat? I don't think we've seen something like this before. There we go. Wacky poses, that's for sure. Yeah, overall I'm happy. I'll use the time polling for the Bloodborne topic to finish up on Liurnian Civil War, so the Elden Ring peeps get something to chew on this year. I guess you could argue I've already given them a lot this past year. Though I'll be honest with my goldfish memory, I actually don't remember what got posted this year. It does look like it looks like that one guy's going mad, Xavier. I don't know if the other two were. It was a bit weird because it looked like maybe they were staring at their weapons, but like it almost looked like maybe they were trying to reach out and grab. I don't know. I wasn't entirely sure what they were going there. Still, I like the trap here. It actually got me. All right, we created this myself. So I can confirm you can get eye collectors. You can definitely get eye collectors without using any of the offerings and stuff. Does he summon anything? No. Come on, girl. She did not appreciate me. Oh, another one. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, if I understand all this correctly, the lever should be somewhere up here. Oh. There we go. Oh, more of these goddamn dogs. Go back to your hard ghoul. Oh. I don't know why you decided you would come all the way over here. Did you hear me through like the wall or something? Okay. God, still not a lever. This was the alternate way we could have taken up. Oh. A lot of ritual blood in this one. Let's see. Has to be through here. Maybe we already killed the brain sucker guarding it. I can't tell if that's a trap button or not. Yeah, we did. Somehow that brain sucker heard me through the wall over there and came running over. All right, let's see if it's a trap. Nope, no trap. Okay. Any chance you and the gang will return to Night Rain and check out Deep of Night? Debo Knight is the recent thing they already did, right? Or is it the upcoming DLC they're doing? I mean, when the DLC comes, I will be going back to Night Rain, right? It's just I don't think I'm going to be coming back to Night Rain anytime soon because I've like already seen the content. I'm not that like enthused. Like after all the stuff with Libra, I'm not that enthused to try to beat it. I could probably do it if I soloed it, but then it's like, what's the fun? The whole point is to do it as a team, right? So if they've really made it where it's the fight is easier when you're soloing than when you're doing a team thing, like I'm just not interested. Woo, well, wrong way. We did do it once. Oh, is that the thing where it's not really endless? It's more like a randomizer kind of. In that case, yeah, I'm not really interested in doing more of that. I'll be honest, I was hoping it was going to be an endless mode. Where they like let you like uncap stuff and keep going and like build up. Like that was what I was expecting and hoping for. So yeah, it just doesn't have the replayability that makes me want to go back and do it as like a casual thing. All right. Hello? Like, hello? Oh. There we go. Just phased me through without doing it when I pressed the button. Not too early. Or too late, I should say. Damage from that, surprisingly. There we go. Yeah, when it doesn't phase me through, it works fine. Well, Chieftain's dead. It's an incremental challenge streak, but I'll be honest, I'm just not impressed with it. Basically, PvE rank mode. Yeah, absolutely zero interest. That just doesn't appeal to me. There we go. All right.
Slaughtered.
Oh, I forgot how much we need. I think it's like in the 500s though, so. Yeah, it's just not for me. I should probably go back and repair my weapon, so we'll probably do that. What's with the metal club? You mean that the Watchers were using? They use I mean, Tumerians use like a bunch of old-timey weapons. They're a very weird mix of like old and modern. It kind of feels like all the history. It really does kind of feel like the entire culture's history kind of just got like smashed together so we could experience it all in the same timeline. Even though realistically, it would have been nicer if we saw like, you know, eras and progression and stuff. Really? Really? I'm surprised we're just going straight into it. No, okay, no, the lantern is here. I just missed it. Okay, cool. Why do the roots look scaly? Because they're covered in moss, I think. Oh god, you.
Very well.
Yeah, I know you talk. Yeah, I was right. It's like 518,000 or something. Always happy to buy more of that. No, wait, we're going back here. I'm honest, I based your interaction with Acer and Xavier was unless you guys analyzing the game and such. I mean, again, I think doing group stuff like that with other content creators and obviously Xavier is always fun and all, right? It's just one of those things where it's like, I just personally don't have the motivation to do it. There's a lot of other things I'd rather be doing, both in terms of productivity for the website, right? Like what we're doing now, or in terms of, you know, my personal enjoyment, like playing Trails. I also need to catch up with HSR storyline because the new patch is about to drop and I haven't did the last story. So it's like, goodness me, am I behind? Like we're about to wrap up Emporius. I also want to do like a dedicated stream where we just watch all the trailers I've missed. I've only seen like 1 or 2 of them. So it'd be kind of cool if I could just kind of go through everything and be like, ah, yes. There we go. Oh, yo. Well, that happened. The arcane works in mysterious ways. We can always find another game to co-op in the future. Oh. I suppose that is true. It won't be Duskbloods though, because hell no am I buying a Switch 2 or whatever it is just to play that. Sorry, Miyazaki. Better luck next time. Alright, 459,000, a sedative, pearl slugs. Pearl slugs. Alright, so we're back here. I would like to find, because I know it exists, there's a There's a thing where you get the Queen Killer guy's model appearing twice in the same room. I would love people to find that. I can't remember if it's like in Loran or somewhere, but like I think that would be neat if we could find that at some point. There we go. There it is. Impressive. There we go.
Oh, is that it?
There we go. Well, Xavier, I'm sure Xavier, if he wants to, he could always make his own channel. Right. Ultimately, it kind of depends on like what you want to do with the channel and stuff like that. Like right now, especially after the poll. Oh, we got a blood licker here. He came quick. Oh, there's two. Oh, that was quick. I can pay you for it if you want. That way you can also get the new Fire Emblem. No. I appreciate the kind words, Xavier, but I would rather you guys not like, you know, pay for that type of stuff for me directly like that. Listen, if you guys want to pay me, buy my books. That I would appreciate infinitely more. Kind as the offer is. I did vote for YouTube on the poll. Yeah, that developing my channel would have definitely been, I think would have been fun to be able to just take the time to do that. But again, people want me to cover, you know, the content I haven't yet. Which again, I think is reasonable. There's a fair bit. I'm gonna do this. Let's return. Let's return, level up, repair, and then we're good. I don't even remember what we're leveling anymore. Like probably HP? Oh no, I'm doing strength and stuff. Yeah, overall, I feel like I'm just gonna have to accept that until I can either find more time in my life. No, it's over here, right? Yeah, it's over there. Okay. Either until I find more time in my life, or if I finish up pretty much at least Bloodborne. I feel like if it's a choice between Elden Ring and Bloodborne, it might be a fair, you know, a fair divide. I think it's funny Loki never used the weapon's dash attack, which the weapon directly mentioned. Okay, so here's the thing with the dash attack, right? Right? Like, why would I use something like this when I could just, like, basically just casually walk up and just slash with an infinite flurry of attacks, right? Like, the fact that my character speeds up as I go, that's what I like about this build. Honestly, if stamina was more worthwhile as a stat, I would probably just go all in on stamina just so I could really extend my combo. But I can't really do that with this. It would cost me, I think, like 5-10 levels just to add another swing in. Maybe I'm overselling it. Maybe it'd be 2 swings, but like... it would be still like ridiculous. I hear them. A lot of poison knives now.
Oh.
So many of these dogs too. Alright, fine. Alright, go in here. Oh. There you go. I heard them. They're upstairs, so let's get ready. Actually, I should probably switch to this then. What? Are you kidding me? That was quick. Oh. That was a quickie. There you are. God, that combo. These guys are not that dangerous, but goodness me, they can feel like it sometimes. Is that it? Oh no, here we go. I was like, there has to be more. Oh. I knew it! I knew you were around here! Loved how it didn't break until like the end of the jump animation. God, we're going up and down and up and down. God, this side route is super complicated. You never know what you're getting in these. Oh, made it to the top floor. Lol. Hey, yo. Oh, there's no point to going. There's nothing up here. Unfortunate. There's our brain sucker. Great one's wisdom. All right, nothing special. We can move on. Pretty sure this was the path back, right? Maybe I'm taking the long way. No, this is the right way. No, I'm confusing myself. This is the wrong way. Wait. Or was it? Oh god, I'm lost. Oh god, I'm lost. What was it over here? Was it through the bars? I don't think so. Oh no, yeah, this is the right way, right? God, I'm so lost. I'm back! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, yeah. He'll figure it out eventually. Eventually. Lost in the catacombs? Say, does it so Loki? Does Hank carved this button? Hey, Crown Solomon, welcome to the chat. Anyway, somebody in the Discord badmouthed Banished Night Lord earlier. The insanity? How could they badmouth the glorious Banished Knights? Heresy. It's a shame, it's a shame. The Banished Knights get all... They either get ignored or hated. They don't get appreciated like they used to. Oh, back in the good old days, when there were no Banished Knights. There were only knights. And the exiled soldiers, only soldiers. Ah, those were the days. I know.
Scandalous.
There we go. All right, that goes straight into my blue elixir funds. My blue elixir. No, yeah, I will say I'm very happy Lyrian Civil War is relatively simple. It's mostly like me trying to string together all these vignettes and stuff. I feel like there might need to be a little bit more work when I get down to it, but I think overall it's pretty okay. I really do appreciate, you know, again, going back to Elden Ring, I just really do appreciate all the little stories and how From Software uses to build up, you know, its big story. What is this bullshit? What is this? The weird part about these guys, I think they might be taller than the standard ones. They just have that weird scrunched over pose. Oh, Loki, what do you think now of the God's Grave stuff? From what you were saying, Nobre, most of it was already consistent with what I knew. It was mostly, you were talking about the low poly model being the undead settlement. So I was like, okay, like, how off am I about this? Is there new, like, knowledge that people have gone over or whatever? But mostly it seems you're just clarifying that the low poly model, which I'll be honest, I don't remember if I was talking about that low poly model you were showing me or not. I have an image, I think, of it, or at least an image that Lance had of, like, standing over it. But I don't remember if I was actually talking about the model itself versus where things are going. So really, overall, I just think the most interesting thing to me is how it clarifies how close they were planning to put Undead Settlement. I'm looking forward to updating it with that information. Again, from what I understand, it definitely seems like something like they had the idea to have a bridge that would connect to Lothric. So they made a model of the bridge connecting straight to Lothric. That made it onto the cloth map at that point. Then they decided, oh no, we also had this idea of maybe we'll have the bridge go to this God's Grave area separately. And then like we'll have the undead settlement directly connected to Lothric. So they had that idea they were playing with as well. And then finally, they at some point decided, yeah, you know, we're actually gonna have the bridge connected to Lothric. But for whatever reason, they decided not to switch it back to the old model. They just kind of worked with the existing, you know, off, you know, kiltered model. And they kind of just like left it there. And again, I don't know if it's because they weren't sure if they were gonna, you know, stick with that or not, or if it's just because they felt like, oh, you know, with the high wall and all that lore they were doing, it just kind of works out better in their minds as they do it. Which I'll be honest, I find the bridge just kind of bizarre, because like it's not just the bridge, you also have to have Faron, which is perfectly in line with the bridge, somehow be going off kiltered as well, and yet we don't really see much evidence of that. Right? Like, I feel like they could have definitely expressed that better, at least when you look at the wider setting. Like, show more, like, random cliffs and valleys and, you know, stuff that makes you think, oh, okay, everything's, like, torn apart, and it's, like, you know, it's off from where it should be, right? Instead, Lothric generally looks like a regular unfounded place until you get to, the undead settlement. Then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, stuff's really been, like, torn apart on the Earth Asunder, side. You're talking about such models as runes? Yeah, well, here's the thing. For me, I was talking about, because, okay, when I was writing it down, I remember it being, we didn't have any textures or even a low poly model for God's Graves. It was just basically like map data, kind of, right? And that the low poly model we had was for the undead settlement, and then the God's Grave stuff next to it that would lead to it. And like you said, that stuff could be broken, so there's always the possibility that's not supposed to be there, though it lines up with everything else we see. So I'm willing to at least believe it was supposed to be roughly like that. I just gone in circles. Is there really no other? I guess not. I guess not. All right. Hey, Luki, I understand that Insight and Arcane stat represent the same concept of Divine Revelation, but what's the lore difference between Arcane and Insight despite being the same kanji? Okay, Arcane and Insight do not have the same kanji, right? One means enlightenment. The other one refers to a mystery. Commonly, you can use it to refer to divine mysteries because it literally means a secret of gods, you know, a god secret, a divine secret, so a divine mystery, right? But it can't be used generically, just mean mystery in general. Now, granted, like even going to Dark Souls, Miyazaki has always used it generally when he's trying to invoke the gods in some way. So like Velka, Gwendolyn, I think even Guinevere at some point, like all of them generally have this term that, again, Bloodborne translates as arcane when it wants to. As like, you know, it's this mysterious, or I think the localization Dark Souls like to translate often as like mystical power. But it's the same idea that, you know, there's knowledge that only God knows, right? You know, that's the concept being invoked. And even the power of dragons is described that way, because again, we have to think about it like the ancient dragons have more or less gone extinct. So like their power that we see, which is only very weak with wyverns, is generally considered mysterious as well, right? So like it's one of those things where you know, it's not used the same with the same. It's not given the same attention in Dark Souls, but it does exist. Anyway, to go back to the point of Bloodborne, though, the concepts of Insight and Arcane overlap insofar that Insight refers to your understanding of the divine mysteries, as it were. Which again, the gods in Bloodborne are the great ones because they're worshipped as so. They're not gods in any, you know, real sense, right? They're not like these uncreated, you know, entities or whatever that have existed, or they came out of the primordial ether, right? They're all people who have ascended their intellect to the level that you would consider God, right? And the point is with the great ones is that basically all things arcane are essentially just, you know, the stuff that they've learned to master through insight enlightenment, right? Occult? Yeah, occult in Elden Ring. Yeah, Elden Ring also has the arcane stat, but for some reason they like to translate as occult for stuff like the weapons, even though they're really just arcane weapons. Or again, like mystery weapons, mysterious weapons. Right. Again, I can understand why they went with occult, because occult also has to do with like supernatural stuff, but typically occult also has like, you know, this like negative connotation, like this kind of like ominous or suspicious angle to it, which I don't like getting kind of brought in to the discussion there, right? Ultimately, all we're talking about is like we're talking about the supernatural, and the supernatural to an extent that only whatever is defined as God in each setting has thorough knowledge of, right? God, there's so many. I don't need to kill all of you, so let's just do this and get out. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's okay. I understand the confusion. Because there is that overlap, right? Because when we're talking about the Arcane Enlightenment, right, like they often go hand in hand. But again, Insight is referring to your actual, you know, I don't want to say divine inspiration because that's a separate term that the game uses, but Insight refers to, again, like your comprehension of the arcane. The arcane itself just refers to essentially the broad supernatural in the Bloodborne setting, which of course all connects and ties back into blood, right? I should turn it down again? Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. I had it on what, like 4 before? We'll keep it on 3. Again, I just don't want you guys to, you know, just have the BGM and you don't get to hear, like, anything from the game either. That would sound a little weird, but as long as it's loud enough that you guys can actually hear things. I'll be honest, I'm so lost. I am so freaking... Oh my god, what are you... Oh, you're just a... Okay, you're just a beast. Cursed beast. Ooh. Yeah, give me more of that. Oh, look, an odd beast it is. Somebody didn't do their experiment correctly. Oh, okay, we're back to there, so... Ooh. I've always been curious about the icon for the arcane weapon scaling. It reminds me of the round pointy star bloodstone things that you put in weapons in Bloodborne. Also kind of looks like gold mask. What are we talking about for arcane scaling? Do you mean the star? Because the point of associating the arcane stat or the arcane scaling with a star is because, again, divine mysteries, the great ones are the stars, right? The gods are the stars, so isn't that a thing in Lies of P too, right? If I remember correctly, isn't the whole thing is like it all is like magical star alien bullshit as well? Oh yeah, Loki, what is the implication of the JP text about Black Knives being Newman women who are close to America? Rubido back in Disco. Oh, sorry. Where the hell did you come from? Thank God I saw that at the corner of my eye. Anyway, Rubido back in Discord suggests this as an implication for involvement in... again, there are people that can interpret it that way. All it does is say, I think, what does localization say? Like, close ties? Again, it just says, again, Newman close to Marika. Of course there's a closeness there, and we're talking about Newman, because Marika's a Newman herself. That's the point that the game itself later makes in another separate item, about how Marika herself is Newman. So, that's all I think it's trying to say. Again, close, it's a bit of a, it's a generic term, it's not like too abstract, but it only demands or requires some sort of psychological affinity there, right? It doesn't have to, it's not necessarily, you know, in the same way that I could say I feel close to my Italian brethren on the peninsula across the sea, even though I may have never met an actual Italian or whatever, but you know, I have the same blood as them, therefore you know, there's a closeness there, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be like, you know, she knew them, she was cavorting with them. Oh, like she could just ring them up, you know? Again, the fact that they even try to emphasize it as Newman that they're describing as being close to America, instead of just saying, you know, the assassins are close to America. I think that's what the text is trying to get across. Bet you wish to have bold hunter's marks on you right now. Not yet. So far. The problem is that I'm so distracted by chat that I have no idea what I'm doing, so. Like, have I opened everything? I think I did. I want to say I did. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, no, Bray, that's how I feel on the subject. I don't see the need to make any assumptions. Granted, I know people who've seen the localization have come to the same conclusion I have too, but I personally don't like them saying like close ties in that sense, because I do feel like it might come with extra baggage, but it's neutral enough, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to get down from here, chat. Well, whatever, just jump down, I guess. Okay. I assume you guys were talking about, you know, America and her connection to the Night of the Black Knives as that was coming up, right? Again, in general, I just don't think it makes sense. I think anyone that tries to rationalize it, you know, it's like Ronnie's the mastermind, but, you know, America's also somehow deeply involved, even though it's something that's obviously has the direct detriment to America. Like, no, I cannot see anyone who's been able to kind of like flesh out a proper rationalization. So I'm not convinced. I was saying that arcane scaling Elden Ring is around Spiny Star thing. Ah, I see. You're trying to compare them that way. Gotcha. That makes more sense to me than what little I know Rubido says. Yeah, again, for me, I just don't see it. Again, I'm not going to claim to be an expert on Bloodborne. As I said, I think I've barely finally graduated to novice. I'm barely a neophyte now. But I'm just not seeing anything that's really making me go, oh yeah. This is all just, what the hell are you doing? Huh? It's all America. Woo! All right, let's see if we can do this. Oh! Dude was not playing. Oh no. Get up, asshole. Oh. Well, it was nice knowing you all. Woo. Oh. Oh no, wrong button. I keep pressing the wrong button. That's the wrong button. There we go. All right. Yeah, in general, I feel like I go against the grain on a lot of those America theories. Like I've stated before, I don't think like America's whole thing against the Horn Scent was some deep-seated emotional revenge trip or anything like that. I guess you could say she maybe attacked that on after the fact, but that's definitely not the prime motivating driver to everything she's doing there. Same thing I feel with the Night of the Black Knives. I feel like I think people focus too much on the clear inspiration Marika takes from Gwyn. Again, I'm not saying Martin took inspiration, by the way. I'm just, saying in the general From Software, verse, right? And not focusing enough on the Izalith inspiration she takes. She's the perfect combination of girl boss and girl failure, and I think not enough people focus on the girl failure part. That's my thoughts on her. But may as well kill it. Like, oh god, that blood. Conspiracy posting, I'd say. Again, there are conspiracies in the franchise, in the different series. So like, I'm not gonna like. I mean, hell, the Black Knife thing is itself a conspiracy, a plot. Like I'm not gonna deny that. If you want to like get real conspiratorial, like Marika's a good place to start. But much like many conspiracy theories that like to blame, one of the people who are directly affected by it and being like, no, see, it was actually part of the plan. I just don't see it. Oh, it was nice knowing you, chat. Guy enjoyed his blood. There we go. I'm surprised he didn't do that much flame. Not you, I mean the America's behind it all kind of thing. No, again, I'm not saying you're talking about me either, but I'm talking about just in general. Like, of course people are gonna conspiracy post. I'd forgive them for that. Like, America's the perfect person to conspiracy post about, given the circumstances that there's an actual, conspiracy involved. The problem, again, I just have is that I think people are looking too deeply at one line that has a very obvious alternate interpretation that's more conducive to what we have, while simultaneously ignoring the answer the game itself directly supplies to us about the actual mastermind and chief perpetrator. Right? I just think it's very silly to try to think that, Ronnie's masterminding this whole thing in a way which Marika somehow thinks she's evolved and yet is somehow also completely ignorant of what exactly Ronnie's doing. And for some reason, Marika needs to go through all this trouble, I guess, to kill her own kids? Because it's not just Godwyn, it's a bunch of demigods she's killing. And, like, let's assume even all the other demigods were being killed just for cover, so she could hide that it was actually her, and she had this deep desire to get rid of Godwyn for some god knows what reason. Again, I just think it's all silly. It just doesn't jive with me. This piece of shit with the dumbass flame. Well, I'm glad you think of me so highly, Crown. But again, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm always guaranteed to be right, right? Like I've had to make my own corrections on things as well. So. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a moment. Wait a gosh darn there you are. Yeah, overall, I feel, you know, I feel like at some point I should cover Night of the Black Knives just so I can get my position out there for everyone to you know, clearly follow where I stand, since that is a fairly popular topic. I also don't think I'd have to mention Glowmite Queen or Melina in there. I don't think I have to. Maybe in the future I'd want to add it because Melina and stuff, but... Oh! There we go. That's a dead end, right? So... All right. This hopefully will lead us up to that upstairs section so I can kill that stupid ritualist. There you go. There we go.
Junta Flambe. The junta must hunt.
Ah, yes, a hunter. Huh? Oh, and you get my echoes too, you asshole. Die. Stealing my echoes is perhaps the thing I'm pissed off about more. It's like, why did you get the echoes? Oh, that's... for a second, I couldn't tell what that was. I was like, oh, it's a fatty. I was like, is that some weird, really thin, strangly? It's like, no, that's just how the lighting was on him. Wait, where's my... There we go. Anything good? More Great One Wisdom. Oh, I didn't trigger the button. I'm surprised. Oh, God. There might be a chest or something back there, so... All right. Whew. God, I love stun locking enemies to death. Oh, weapon at risk. We gotta repair after this. That's fine. We have enough for a level up too. How well do oil and fire bottles work on them? I think they probably would work very good considering they're all flesh, right? I'm pretty sure in this game, generally, stuff that has bare flesh is really flammable. Anyway, you know, whenever I go through the perfumer pharmacy in Langdell, I'm always curious about all the dead commoners and the ones that sit around and ignore you. I can't help but think it looks like some kind of plague, and with some of them being dead, setting up, I also wonder if somehow the petrification process ancient dragons go through as they rot spread to them or something. That's an interesting thought to have, Xavier. I wonder if... Oh. Oh. There we go. There we go. Okay, only one hit. Good. All right. There's a lot more. Wait. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's a chest. Okay. There's something. I was up to be like, if this is a dead end, like, what the hell?
Sage's hair, Sage's hair.
I don't know why they translate it as hair when it's head, but whatever. Actually, it's technically like skull, cranium, like, you know, something you could... I don't know why they decided to focus on the hair. The plague thing has me thinking, like, could it be some kind of plague? I don't know, because we don't see any, like, symptoms of it. So I guess the petrification itself could be the symptom. But then we don't see it with any of the soldiers. It's only the conscripts. That's kind of weird to me. Because it wouldn't be like, oh, you know, they're so close. Right? They're super close when it comes to the lightning arts. And, you know, somehow using the power of the dragons might petrify them, right? Like, that's the only justification I could come up with. All right, let's level up, repair. We're gonna be ignoring that stupid ritualist, like, screw him. I do hate how, like, these dungeons take me so long to, like, you know, full clear. There we go. Every little bit of damage. Yeah, right, I forgot. We don't have any of that, so... There we go. And we're back in the fray. There's another floor after this, right? Like, these are always 4 floors. Is it the same in Deep Loran? Like, is it always Depth 5 dungeons have 4 floors, or is it just like, I've been very unlucky with the dungeons I picked? Oh, pardon me. All right. Maybe the justification would be they sent the commoners to mine the body for gravelstone and removal. The thing is, we don't really see a lot of that. You'd think you'd see a few, if not, like, you know, minor enemy types, then at least, like, commoners or stuff hanging around, right? I don't know. It'd be a weird, it would be a weird setup. Because all we really get, we get 2 knights and they have gravelstone-related stuff with them, and they're, like, at the foot of Grand Sax. I do like that idea, though, that they would try to collect gravelstone from there. Again, I just don't know. And then the question is, well, why would it petrify them? Because it doesn't stop the miners, and they're fully stone, right? Oh. Uh-huh. All right. All right. All right, perfect. No, I think that's it. I think that's the end of this one. Coolio. Nice. I'm happy with that. The Myers just have stone skin. I think they still bleed. Yeah, I haven't looked too closely, so I definitely want to know. No, not you. There we go. All right, so nothing good on this one. There were the cool poses in that one part, but that was about it. All right. Red jellies, mold. Okay, yeah, this would be another one. All right, conducting the ritual. Yeah, they believe they just got a higher res to it. I mean, you can say that about a lot. Depends on the res. No, yeah, I get what you're trying to say, Xavier. I totally understand it. I don't think the idea is absurd. It's just, it's one of those things where I'm like, are they, like, is there enough to say that that was definitely the intention they were going for, right? Definitely something I'll be thinking about. Oh. Mm-hmm. This would be a cool shot of being like the gods. The gods are dead. I could definitely see that going in Tumeru. I could definitely see myself putting that in a Tumeru analysis. Like just a shot of there being like, you know, give an idea of what they were doing in Is before they were building up their civilization. What a horrible dash attack. Good thing I don't use it. Got too many Quicksilver bullets. Huh? That just kind of loaded in. Oh. We've seen this setup before. We can ignore everything except the brain sucker. I don't know if that vomit does anything. I assume madness, because everything you do is madness. But madness vomit? Really? Look, is it possible that the dragons decide to make a petrifying plate used as a bioweapon when singing, when singing? Sieging, I assume you mean? P.S. I'm spitballing without fully comprehending the whole discussion. No, because we're talking about way after the Dragon War. We're talking about during the Shattering. Xavier's talking about the commoner bodies you find when you're going through Langdell, in the present day, right? And you see evidence of, like, you know, like the perfumers, like, setting up, like, kind of like mini pharmacies and stuff, like, you know, in, like, the buildings they're occupying and stuff like that. That sort of thing. Again, I'm not saying that there is, like, a dragon plague or any type of petrification plague or anything, but I do like, you know, thinking over this possibility. All right, so there's nothing else here. Let's go this way. I can't believe the loading for this is so bad, though. Like, look at that. It just pops in. Ah! All right, that was stupid of me. I thought it passed me because I was just listening when I was looking over at chat. A terrible plan. Uh-huh. Really? Just more ritual blood, huh? Okay. Quicksilver? Oh, Quicksilver? All right, we're done here. Yeah, if I streamed Bloodborne every day, I think it would take me like a year or two, assuming I was able to have access to every single individual Chalice dungeon. But I'm pretty sure it took years just for them to be able to find them all. Because you have to rely on RNG and stuff, and then you have to farm. So I don't think I would be fortunate. Oh. Sir? All right, fine. Fine, you're making me wait. Oh, oh God. Oh my. Holy hell. All right. What's this? Oh, just a door to where I just went. Is there any doorway back here? No. Okay, so. All right, just kind of, sort of, not really a shortcut. All right. I also saw a video showcasing the Cuckoo's Sleer Knights on horseback. Can use one of the blood attacks the Godric Knight does, so I'm going to check that out. Wait. The Cuckoo... I'll be honest, I'm struggling to decipher what you're trying to say there, Xavier. I assume you're talking about the Cuckoo Knights on horseback we see in... I think they're only in Bellum Highway, right? and can use one of the blood attacks that Godric Knight does. So you mean like the one that betrays Godric for like Moog and stuff, right? If so, oh, Spear Knight. Okay, not. I was like Slayer, like no, clear, like Spear Knight. Okay. If he does do blood attacks, that would be interesting, because I connect him to Morgott, the ones on Bellum Highway. And again, I'm pretty sure the horseback guys are only on Bellum Highway. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. And if so, that's that would be curious. Yeah, I've got nothing else. No other doorway, no other. Just this. I guess I can't get up there then. Surprisingly straightforward. Mm-hmm. And this is a dead end then, I assume, right? Yep. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. Oh god, another one of these. Oh. Oh. Of course. There we go, dead. Whew. I can't believe he caught me on that second one. What is this? I hate it when it does that. Like, come on. Like, what is this, Dark Souls 2? Why are we breaking all of our grabs suddenly? All right. Too early. Oh. Woo! There we go. There's a lot more healing than I thought I would need for that fight. Love Abyssal Archive. Will your BB book be soon? I'm glad you like it, Richard. I'm not gonna have a Bloodborne, or I would love to call it the Cosmic Archive if I had a choice. I would love to have a Bloodborne book, but I haven't finished my analysis of it. In fact, I just did a poll on the Twitter this over the weekend, and people had decided that they do want more Bloodborne content for me to focus on at the moment. Now that I've finished, I finished up with Dark Souls for the most part, so I am looking forward to doing that. Yeah.
Very well.
I guess all my stuff kind of scales with skill. Yeah, S rank. Yeah, B compared to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Spear. If it does happen, I'd assume it's a weird bug. It's something I could ask Zuli about. See if she knows anything. If it's something that's supposed to happen, if it's like a mistake. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't heard or seen this before, so I would be very shocked if it's that common. And if it's not that common, yeah, it could always be an error. Oh, hey, Sub-Zero. Sorry I missed your chat earlier. You know, before Duskbloods, it never occurred to me that despite Bloodborne's focus on blood, there are barely any vampires in the game. The Canehursts are the closest thing. Yeah, Canehursts are supposed to be the stand-in for, like, you know, the vampire trope. You know, the aristocratic vampire trope. So, like, that they're supposed to fulfill that. But, like, it really... Again, it's kind of like the Frankenstein and the werewolf and stuff. Like, the werewolf's probably the most obvious because of, you know, the beasts and the silver bullets you hunt them with and all that jazz. But they definitely try to keep that stuff very not on the nose. I think Liza P does something similar, though it's kind of hard to escape noticing the comparisons to, you know, Pinocchio, because if you know how well known it is. But, like, and, you know, obviously it's in the names and stuff. But the point I'm trying to say is, like, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, because of the way FromSoft tells its stories and does it, they don't, like, draw attention to that kind of thing. Oh. Oh. Die. Yeah, I'm loaded on poison knives for the rest of my life. Oh, you lived. You're not supposed to live, buddy. Pal, friend. Oh. Yeah, I have to point out that eye collectors are in Tumeru. I have to point out how eye collectors are something you can find relatively often in Is. Woo. Uh-huh. Oh. Thought there was a guy down here, but okay, I guess I'm just crazy. Oh, God. Way too many dogs. Hello there, Fido. There we go. Come to Duskbloods, and he says the MCR ultra vibes. Again, as I said earlier in the stream, I have zero interest in playing Duskbloods if it's going to be on another console. So, like, sorry, Miyazaki. I'm sure Nintendo paid you well, but I ain't buying a whole console just for Duskbloods. Like, even PS5, it was like, I want to get the PS5 so I can play both Bloodborne and Demon's Souls. And I've ended up playing a lot of other stuff on here, too, at my convenience, so... yeah. What are we trying over here? There we go. Easy enough. Nothing else in here. We can move on. Oh! That was close. I could have been... Phew. That could have screwed me over. Okay, yeah. Okay, nothing there. Just a choir member, don't mind me. Let's see. I can only hope we can get another smaller game similar to Dustbloods. I want my PvP focus game. I mean, if people really want like multiplayer stuff from Software on that, it's always possible. I think the problem is From Software is still such a small company, you know, in terms of manpower. I just don't know if they can be able to pump out like all their single player stuff on a timely manner while also doing that, right? Like, I feel like they are going to be limited always. But maybe I'm selling them short. Okay, yeah, we've done everything I think we can here. Okay, yeah, I've already killed bodies this way, so. I like how DS3 came out shortly after BB. I mean, it was about. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't DS3 come out like 2015 and Bloodborne's last DLC was 2014? I'm trying to remember the exact specifics. Yeah, I don't remember the timeline. But I'm pretty sure it was more so the DLC were close and not the games themselves. The hell is that? Like, what is with this lighting? There we go. Yeah, again, I just feel like they probably have a certain pipeline of games they have in order, but if we're expecting them to be able to juggle both doing multiplayer and their typical single-player releases, I think it's copium. I think the more multiplayer they focus on, it's inevitably going to lead to less single-player. Yeah, this is an interesting choice of lighting. These, like, really bright. Maybe it's just because the room is so small, so the light is really strong, but, like, wow. There we go. All right. Oh. Don't mind me. Just taking stuff from your body while it's chained on the wall. As is my right. I am a free man. You are not. Say it with me, chat. Prisoners have no rights. Oh. Oh, is that it? Okay, we can deal with that.
Oh, well.
I was not expecting him to be the arcane type. There we go. BB DLC November 2015 DLC. Yeah, I thought it was the DLC. I'm like, yeah, the DLC was closer than the actual games. Because typically From Software has like a 2-year window. Elden Ring's the one that took extra time for obvious reasons. Because I think in total, at least up until Elden Ring, their production cycle was generally around like 3 years. So around the time that Dark Souls 3 was in Miyazaki would have been would have been working on the Bloodborne DLC, which yeah, you can see it when you compare the original concept for Gundir's boss fight and what we got with Lawrence. It's very obvious why Gundir's stuff was cut after. Die, you goddamn dog. Whew. Ah, glorious blood. It is so dark in here. I can't see a thing in this helmet. Very spoopy. Yeah, that's the benefit of DLC. It lets you be able to have it so you don't have to wait so long before you get content because, hey, you know, by the time the DLC for one game is done, hey, the new game is not going to be that far away, right? Unfortunately, they couldn't make that work with Elden Ring. By how stupid the placement of the chest was. God, I have to go through those dogs again. All right, just keep going, just keep moving. Just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, moving. Oh boy. Oh God. Excuse me, sir. Ah, there they are. Almost got myself killed again and lost all those echoes. Oh. There we go. Oh. All right. Wait. Did I not kill the guy that had all my echoes? Oh no, I just spent my echoes, so I wouldn't have that much. Okay. Oh, this is just gonna take me back up, is it? Yeah. In that case, I don't know if we can get through to the rest of that area. Oh, there you are. I didn't actually get all my echoes. Okay. There we go. I did have more. Okay. Again, I have my own opinions when it comes to Ring City and stuff like that. I don't think the quote unquote God's Grave, I call it the Divine Graves for ease of saying, but I don't think Divine Graves had anything really to do with Ring City. I think they had a different concept in mind for it, personally. I think what happened was that the models for Divine Graves ended up getting repurposed for Ring City because you could use the whole imagery in that way. Because you do have the grave models for that. Yeah, there's no way. There's no alternate way out of here. So there's no way to connect to the other side. So I either have to force myself through that chest, or we give up and accept that it's just busted. Yeah, this is just, unfortunately, this is just where the Chalice dungeons, they needed a patch. Like, this is just ridiculous. What's even more annoying is you can't open the chest from the other side. Pearl slugs. But you can't do that. I didn't know you could even break chests. I learned something new every day. I mean, I didn't even know that was a breakable wooden chest. I thought that was like stone or something. Oh. Damn. Oh, wait, this is that way. Oh. Use the Hunter Spark. The Hunter Spark isn't the problem. Oh, this is back to the start. Oh. So that's what they're doing. Yeah, I didn't know you could break the chests. The more you know. It's not like Dark Souls 2 where breaking it ruins the item. At least from what I could tell, it looked like it was a pretty high quality one still, right? There we go. The more you know, chat. Even Bloodborne ripping off from Dix's 2 mechanics does it better. There we go. Boring. All right. Be going through here. Just to double check, make sure there wasn't a side area I missed. Nope, that's a solid wall. Alrighty then. Oh, look at that. A pilgrim. You weren't glowing before, buddy. I just want to point that out. All right. We leave pilgrims alive, chat. We respect pilgrims in this house. Oh, too early. Ah, dim. There we go. It's never a break from the dogs. Oh my god, the dogs, man. The dogs. The real beasts. Dogs. Assuming Night Rain DLC won't happen this year, it could be this year. I wouldn't rule it out. Next year might be their most hectic release year yet. Oh, because they're also doing the Elden Ring thing, right? Because that got delayed. I guess. I don't know. I feel like you could still have Night Rain stuff released by year's end. I don't know what's taking the port so long for Elden Ring though. Like, people have been speculating that's gonna have a lot of substantial content. I don't think so. Like, maybe they'll restore, like, a lot of people are like, oh, they're gonna restore like a Michelangelo or something. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not expecting much beyond what they've already announced. Again, maybe there'll be something big. Maybe it'll be a tie-in to the movie that's supposed to be coming out. Wow, there's really nothing here, huh? Okay. It really do be like that. Oh, nothing there. Okay. Where am I going then? Did I miss a path? Oh, I did. They said it would be this year and they haven't announced a delay yet? Yeah. Oh! Oh boy. Oh boy, the Hellhounds. It's not content, it's just performance's ass. Imagine the FPS drop on Cert Radon on that poor little system. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. Consort Radon was a mistake, period. So, like, there's no fixing that fight as is. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Are you kidding me? it was a good idea to put all... You could do that? I'm so tilted by this damn ritualist. Like, holy hell. The endless fire spam. All right. Holy sh... I didn't see the one there either. Oh. That's cool. This one doesn't get destroyed. I think I would like to fight if the story didn't exist. No, I find that fight just absolutely atrocious. I don't care what they did to nerf it. I'm like, no. Absolutely insufferable. Oh my god. Trying to poison me? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and they glow as soon as you get close. All right. Yeah, the ritualists are absolute ass. Somebody thought it was a good idea, just plant these enemies right next to them. Thank God the dog's the one that got the echoes at least, so I don't have to run all the way over there. There we go. My level up. It's amazing how these dogs are better than the other ones. 'Cause their AI is so much easier to cheese. And they are just easier to stun in general. Oh my fucking god. What is that? Like, what the hell? All right, one more attempt. I got one more in me. Durability's a little under half, so I think we can definitely do it. We're gonna have to repair soon. Get over here. Oh god, she came. Listen, I can't deal with you both. Okay, she gave up. Ah, there you are. Yeah, there it is, weapon at risk. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, let's kill her. Oh. There we go. She's dead! The witch is dead! Woo! Phew! So this is where we were when we had the guy there. But with these hunchbacks, their standing heights, which is based on if you use a launch upwards attack or a flattening attack. Oh, really? I thought they always, they basically always stay in their little crouch position, but I guess not. God, you had to go through that just to get this lever. What an evil, evil setup. I can't believe someone thought that was a good idea. All right. Oh, God. Yeah, using my my blades are better for this guy, but the dogs I can handle with this. All right. They actually stopped spamming fireballs after a point. I was ready to get ambushed by a beast and die. I think that happened to me when I did that before on another Is dungeon. No, this area is clear. Surprisingly. Not even an item down here. Okay. All right. I'm finding all the random crap. Oh my God. There we go. There we go. God damn. I should have just shot my gun just to make it easier. You know, way up there again. It's always weird to me when that happens. Oh. Yeah, get hit. We love when our enemies get hit by the traps. All right, where's your boat? It's never just you. I guess it is this time. Oh my. Oh God, there's a chest in here, but... Oh. All right, no impaling today. What was so important to go through all those enemies? 5 ritual blood. If you use a launch attack, they stand at full height, and when you smash down, they squat again. It's very funny looking. Yeah, when they... I know I've seen them stand before, but I thought it was just when, like, they do, like, a movement or a get up from, like, a fall. I didn't realize you could actually force it. Good to know. I wonder if that attack counts as a launch up. Because this would definitely be a smackdown, right? Like, this puts you on the ground. Okay, yeah, we went through all this. And this takes you back over here. And this is the... Yeah, this is the room we used to open. All right, let's deal with good old Yuria. Oh. That makes things easier. Wait, why can't I was robbed! I can't believe they robbed me of the backstab. I guess because she was too into the wall or whatever. I have to launch small enemies like the Yardabites. All right. We've already been all the way over there. Oh. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. Oh, I forgot. Well, where did the poison boy come from? Oh, right, because I never killed him in this. Oh, that was too early. All right, let's get the level up in, and then we'll do this. Honestly, the visual detection in this game is probably the worst. I don't know. DS2 never parried much there. DS2 is like, it's absolutely insane to me. It's absolutely insane to me how, like, you know, parries and, well, in general, backstabs and stuff work. Because, like, the moment when you're like, when Dark Souls 2, when you do the backstab animation and somehow it wasn't actually a backstab, so it's just like 0 day. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how do you screw something like this up?
Very well.
Every little bit of damage counts. Beautiful. All right. This is Loran. All right, let's see if there's a 4th floor to this one or not. I'm gonna assume no, but that's just my hunch. Maybe my wish. Please don't let there be a side road here. Oh, God. Oh, bossy. Oh, this is going to be like an Ebrietas. I can feel it. Ebrietas, maybe a Celestial Emissary. Oh, I would love a ROM if it could. Oh, it's Amygdala. I forgot we could get you. Oh, that damage, though. Oh, Amygdala can... maybe it's just the attack because it was a slow attack, but like, oh. Also, once again, I hate it when I want to dodge, but I jump. Yeah, DS2 has that like additional grab version as well, but like, God, it's just also broken and jank. Again, DS2 is one of those things where they tried so many things. It's like, it would have been nice if you like cut like half of your ideas and just focused on like the core and building off the core. It would have served you so much better. There we go. Woo! God, I don't remember how to fight Amygdala. It's been way too long. Oh, that I remember. I remember. You wait and then you do that. I think the head is where you get the most damage on Amy, right? Damn. DS2 fixed the sprint jump, sing its praises. Probably the game that needs the sprint jump the least. I assume this is better, but I don't know how the hell I'm gonna reach him with the head. Yeah, so much more damage with this weapon. Man, I love not being able to see anything with my camera. Man, I love not being able to see anything with my camera. Let me try to get some range. I think that's how I get it to work. Oh no. God, that camera. I was trying to dodge the second one. Oh my God, the arms. There we go. Woo! There we go. Oh no! Damn. All right. There we go. Restore his head. Come on. Come on. Oh. I need to heal. Damn. Woo! Yeah, that sucks. Come on, Amy. Come on, Amy. Also, what the hell happened to your hand? Oh my god. Yeah, if I'm not underneath him for that one, it's like impossible to get to the head. Oh. Oh my. Oh god. Whew. All right. Really? Haven't broken the head yet? Oh, you're breaking the arm. Okay. Woo! Damn. A little faster on the recovery there. Woo. Dumb. It is so RPG filled. Holy hell. The glowing arms and extra arm, cool to know. Yeah, the lock-on sucks for giant enemies. It is. I don't know what the extra arm is doing. It doesn't seem to add any additional attacks or anything. Maybe it's just a variation on the base model. I don't know. I still have a lot of durability for that fight, so I can still go, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to going through that again. It's been a while since I've done Amy. Holy hell, with that much HP. What a fight for sure. Mm-hmm. Ah, damn, I undid the lock on and I screwed myself. I don't know if there's even any benefit to hitting the arm, to trying to break the arms. Damn, that could have been it. Whoop. Damn, wrong direction, huh? Okay, arms do decent damage still. I could live with doing arm damage. It's only legs that I'm like, okay, then what's the point of this? All right, phase 2. Ah, damn, I didn't lock on. It went for the chest first, unfortunately. Finally! Went for the head when I... Uh-oh. The stomp was... that was something. And part of me is happy they don't let you target every individual limb, because that would be really annoying when you have to cycle. But the other part of me is like, man, I kind of wish I could. Oh my god. Okay, that was admittedly stupid of me to go toward the legs during... Yep. That's the head. That just does legs. Okay. Oh god, that's awful. Too early. All right. Woo. There we go. Woo. There we go. All right, restored the limbs. Damn, didn't get the head. I didn't want to do that. Woo. Woo. There we go. All right. Also, you've been bleeding out your back a bit. Oh, you don't look at you one like that. The more you know. Should have dodged. No! I swear if I got stunned there, I was like, oh, I'm screwed. There we go, dead. The Frontier version also has the glowing X-Arm. Really? I have never noticed it. The way it glows is definitely feels unnatural to me. Anyway. Phew. We are done. It is finished. Lol. my emergency, honestly, for a third floor boss, that was a very long, good fight, so. Little bullshit with the camera, but we made it work. Yeah, thanks, Joel. Thanks, I got it. I did get it. Your faith in me was not misplaced. What a that is actually a shocker. What an actual shocker. All right. All right. So, unfortunately, let's just spend this so I can get some value. So unfortunately, we are going to have to end it here because I have done my part. There we go. What's the purple texture on that wall? It's some sort of cloth. It's like a broken cloth thing. Actually, what's the point? We all know what I'm going to spend all this on. Oh, that's why. Don't mind me, chat. I forgot this is before Dark Souls 3 figured this out. Actually, Dark Souls 2 figured this one out too, right? Yeah, don't mind me, chat. I'm just unleashing cosmic power. Oh god. Yeah, so this is my life now. It would be your job since you're Mr. Lord, man. Yeah, I gotta figure. Now I gotta figure out what the glowing extra arm is all about, huh? Well, I will be talking about Amygdala if I ever talk about Great Ones as like a general topic, that's for sure. All that for 21 blue elixirs. And this one we just spend until we have only one. Oh god. And blood, there's some blood particles in there too. The cosmic power. Is there blood? Oh, there is, you're right. A little bit of red. There we go. Oh, I ended up using them all. Whoops. Oh well, I'm stuck with her. I'm stuck with her for a while. Unfortunate. What a horrible way to end this stream. With more of this goddamn dough. Wasting my time. Alrighty. It was great doing all this with all of you. Again, it's a shame that all the codes on Mef's wiki are broken and outdated. That's just, you know, that's just how it goes when I guess you have some decay function put in there. But that means it's going to take a lot of work in order to try to get these screenshots documented for myself. We're going to have to just keep on going whenever we do this again. And the worst part is, I mean, well, I guess the good news is that because we only need to get shots of the enemies themselves, I guess it doesn't matter where I get them necessarily. But the bad news is like with other dungeons, there's probably gonna be different enemies for that. So it's going to be like, you know, it's going to be a lot. Would be nice to have a picture of that for the cosmology as a fun fact. Yeah, that would be interesting to have for Blood's Beginning, because in my original Blood's Beginning, I didn't pay attention to like item effects and stuff like that. So that'd be a good thing to do for like take all the cosmic or related stuff and see if there's any unique effects we want to note down. But yeah, a little bit of blood, have a little bit of the cosmic, you know, nebula sky, and you know, a form, like all of that's definitely relevant. Okay, but that's it. That's all. We're done here. I guess we're spending that on this because why not? Thank you so much, chat. I appreciate all of you joining me on this, you know, kind of chilling, always good. I'm happy that Bloodborne won the poll. Again, nothing against Elden Ring. It's just, you know, I expected Elden Ring to win. So to see Bloodborne be the underdog and come through, it warms my soul that people care about Bloodborne that much. Again, I hope everyone enjoyed my Dark Souls 3 stuff on Londor, you know? I'm happy to be kind of, you know, I'm still going to do like updates and stuff. And, you know, you never know. I could have some other things planned in the future. If everything works out. But yeah, it's going to be probably one Elden Ring thesis will come out. Be a relatively small one, all things considered, especially compared to Londor. And then probably then we're going to move on to doing some Bloodborne topic. I'll pull that starting tomorrow so you guys can decide on that one too. Until then,